Players in Group C can handle combinations of exercises. Here we practice 2 half turns consecutively. In this setup, a passed ball is received sideways with the outside foot. The opponent pressurizes and is passed by first chopping behind the standing leg, followed immediately by the step over. Of course, it's also important to focus on receiving the ball properly. Now the ball is received with the inside foot, and the pressurizing opponent is passed with the chopping movement with the outside foot, followed immediately by the Zidane movement. It is important to keep shielding the ball from the opponent. Keep the body between the ball and the opponent. The ball is always on the outer leg.
Hup, links, rechts, goed en draai door. Paars, zijwaarts Leon. Hup, buitenkant, links terug, rechts terug en draai door.
Practice a number of feints around a ball. First, the scissors. Step over around the ball from the outside to the inside and carry the ball sideways explosively with the other leg. Immediately stop the ball with a chop with the inside foot. Perform the exercise twice with the right and twice with the left. Drag along the front. Supply make a lateral pass. While one leg drags the ball across the front, the other is on its way to control the ball. The players enjoy this setup. In pairs, get the players to do the exercise fiercely. The third movement in this series of 4 is dragging the ball along the front with one leg and carrying the ball sideways with the outside of the other leg. No half measures. Make sure the opponent goes along with the feint to the side. Bend the standing leg to take the ball sideways. Finally, the step over from the outside in around the ball and carrying the ball sideways with the outside of the same leg. Practicing feints and passing movements is important so that the players develop the self-confidence to pass opponents in games and matches. In this setup, the players practice the 4 feint and passing movements with a retreating, yielding defender. The defender tries to keep the forward straight in front of him. The forward performs one movement after the other as fast as possible. Don't run forwards too quickly. Just make fast movements. Do the exercises again without an opponent. The trainer's example followed by the players. In a random order, practice the 4 feint and passing movements as often as possible. Use an opponent again. At a later stage, this exercise can also be used to coach defenders. Good defensive position. Bend your knees. Remain on your forefeet and keep in front of the ball. Reduce the depth.
Hup,
The ball is played in with a defender at the back. After the first action and reception, make a half turn and pass the defender with a feint or passing movement. Make a tight turn and seek out the defender. Make sure the pass and reception are good. Make some movements before you get to the opponent. Try and wrong foot the defender constantly and make the decisive passing movement at the right time. Make sure there is eye contact with the fellow player when offering yourself. Come to the ball at the right time. Now add a second forward. Decide between the passing movement or using the second forward. The choice depends on the defender.
Je voelt waar die is en dan kom je. Maar je kijkt steeds tot degene die de bal heeft.
If the defender closes the gap towards the second forward, the player will have to opt for the individual action. This was the wrong choice. The defender closes the gap towards the second forward, but the second forward is chosen anyway.
Aannemen, stappen, komen. Hop, 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 hop. Juist. Hop, draai af.
From the turn, carry the ball with your left foot. Play the ball to the third player with the left and pressurize the forward as defender.
Druk zetten. Hop. En nou draait hij weg. Overgaan naar je linkerbeen. Je dribbelt door totdat je op het lijntje bent. Drukwentel. Hop. Overgaan naar je andere been. Dat is het.
The turn has to be implemented at the right time.
Druk. En loop door.
Moreover, switch to the other leg straight after the turn,
Hop.
in this case the left leg, in order to shield the ball properly from the defender.
Drukwentel. Hop. Draai weg. Andere been. Draai door het paard. Met rechts naar rechts. Zet druk maar. Het linkje overnemen. Terug. Hop. Komen. 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 Druk. En nou die actie. Hop. Druk. Bam. De been. Loop door Mark. En druk. En druk. Hop. Goed. Linkerbeen wint om. Paas. Druk zetten. Kom aan Mark. Hop. Linkerbeen. En de paas.
Another example of turning away from the opponent. Draw back with the underside foot, and with the inside of the same foot, tap behind the standing leg.
Uit. Achterlangs. Doordribbelen. Paas.
This can be particularly successful with a feint kick.
Paas.
After the movement, the ball is immediately on the outside leg, thereby shielding the ball effectively from the opponent.
En je haalt hem terug. Gebruik je armen. Doe je ook als je hem wreefpaard geeft. Kom maar.
The feint kick has to be a good one.
Ja, Carlo.
The opponent really has to get the feeling that you're about to shoot or cross the ball.
En paas.
The arm movement and body position have to radiate that you're about to perform an instep kick.
Paas. Dribbel aan uit, Carlo. Goed. Nemen.
With the same setup, the ball is chopped with the inside of the foot behind the standing leg.
Hop. Achter je standbeen langs. Links meenemen. En de paas. Probeer goed.
Of course, with this age group too, you have to make sure the players receive the ball properly and in the right direction straight away. Receive the ball on the move and keep it close.
Goed. Hou vast, Carlo. Hou vast. Goed. Hou vast, Carlo. Hou vast. Even terug. Steunen, langzaam.
The fourth and last in this series, the Zidane movement for turning away.
Ik haal de bal terug en ik ga naar links. Zodat je weer... Paas,
Of course, all these movements can and must be performed from the other side too. The players make the turn, receive the ball with the other leg and have to pass with their right.
Kom maar. Ik haal hem terug. Aan je linkerbeen, afschermen.
These are good examples of the importance of being able to play soccer with both legs.
Haal terug links.
Depending on the opponent's position, movements will have to be performed with the right or left leg.
Juist.
You also need two good legs to shield the ball properly.